Hey everyone, K23 here with another stream. I'm coming back to you with another system discovery stream for the Atari 5200 and the 7800. Especially since I finally got 5200 games to work on RetroArch. My original plan was to do the 7800 only along with VectorX, but I'm going to try to squeeze in some VectorX stuff along with my next system discovery with MSX games, even though that one's going to be probably end up being a hell of a lot of adventure type games, since I didn't realize the MSX had so many. And yes, Metal Gear is on that list. So I'm hoping to go through at least 12 games of each here before I have to stop for supper and relax. If there's enough time, I'm going to do another test stream afterwards with Lego Star Wars and Mario Kart Double Dash for GameCube, because I think I solved that problem from the previous test stream. Later tonight, I'm hoping to do at least 8 Dreamcast sports games, which doing this now and Dreamcast later will finally free me up to toss a bunch of stuff on my system, and I can start working on my backups for my external drive and a new flash drive. I'm thinking tomorrow will be Mario Kart night with Mario Kart for the Super NES, N64, GBA, and GameCube. After that, I'm going to start attacking my backlog with 3 things that I've had sitting around the longest. Doing a cleaner one stream run of the SMS Ghouls and Ghosts now that I know what I'm doing with it. Finish Zelda 1 with the White Sword Blue Ring run for the second quest. Oh boy. And finally do that Julius run in Aria of Sorrow that I've had sitting around as a redemption since Kingtober last year. Sorry, everyone. So yeah, I want to thank everybody who joined me last night with Streets of Rage for Retro Revisited and Mike Tyson Punch Out the night before. That was a blast. Streets of Rage 1 was pretty okay. 2 is still my favorite, and 3, yeah. 3 had a lot going to it, but Sega really stuffed the turkey with that one. So yeah, Atari 5200. I never played a 5200 or 7800 as a kid, so this will be my first time playing a lot of these games. I also couldn't get into the paddle and keypad controllers when it came to 5200, 7800, and even ColecoVision games, which is why the first time I played a lot of those older systems, aside from the 2600, was via emulation. So we're going to start with some Moon Patrol, and I hope everyone has a good time. If you had a 5200 as a kid or play 5200 games, let me know your thoughts on this. Wow, this is... Whoops. Wow, this is really the first time I played a Moon Patrol where I don't hit up to jump. This is actually starting to throw me off, since I'm so used to, with every Moon Patrol game I played, hitting up to jump. Moon Patrol is still one of my favorite games growing up, arcade and otherwise. So this was actually a fun choice to start with. still love the I do still love the music in Moon Patrol. I mean, honestly, it's pretty catchy even to this day. Graphics in this aren't bad. Whoops. Okay, we made it to E. E for victory. So the other games I have lined up for both this and the 7800 I've got on my randomizer wheel, so we'll be going through those that way. Some games there's a lot of games that I did want to do, like Rescue on Fractalus and Pitfall, but I couldn't get them to work, and whoops, and a bit on the complicated side to try getting them to work on my gamepad and with the whole keypad thing. Blow up. Thank you. F. Oh, crap. Yeah, of course, I hit the wrong friggin' button. That was close. Let's see if I can at least beat that high score I had. Whoops. Yeah, the whole having to hit a button to jump instead of hitting up like I'm used to with Moon Patrol, it's throwing me off. Okay, I shot that. I know I did. And you know, at least this will be a relaxing stream after my last couple of retro revisiteds. I do love doing a stream playing really old games like this. Also, one of the reasons why I enjoy doing the arcade streams. Alright, while this is going, let me see what game's going to be next, actually. Oh, crap. Oh, good, I have an extra life. And so much for that. Okay, next up is the game Hero, which is actually a favorite of mine for the 2600. And I'm actually interested to see how this looks on the 5200. Oh, this looks pretty good. Alright, let's see what the controls are. Okay, well, I figured out where the Dynamite button. Okay, and that's my beam thingy. So I didn't discover how good this game was, honestly, until I got into emulation. Though, okay, that's not really true. I didn't discover how good this game was until I got the Activision anthology for, whoa, for PS2, and I discovered how cool this game was. And how I kind of wish I had it. That and my love for Activision 2600 games is what inspired me to start that Activision 2600 collection. Okay. Let's go this way. Oh, cool, I can shoot the snake. I don't think I ever tried that in the 2600 version. Okay, this is probably, that's probably bad. Okay, I guess that's probably like lava. Oh. Damn. Graphics in this are definitely all a bit of an upgrade from the 2600. More colorful and more details on the rocks, that's for sure. This is one of those 2600 games I could play for hours. Okay, we're certainly not taking the left path. Shoot the spider. Because you should always shoot spiders. Ah, I avoided the snake that time. Haha. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and try to shoot the snake this time. Oh, that was interesting. Okay, that one I can't touch. That one I can't touch. That's another one I can't touch. I'm not even sure how far I've ever gotten in this game. Okay, I kind of had a feeling that would happen. Come on. I think that was a way bit too close to this for comfort. Ooh, okay. Definitely don't like the looks of that. That. Double dratch. Triple dratch. Oh, hey, well, I made it a level 7. I'll take that as a accomplishment. Alright, let's see what game is next. Up next is Berserk. Neat. Everyone loves Berserk. I hope this is a decent port too. Neat title screen. I kind of like the effect of the robots slow motion exploding here, especially the fact that they exploding a happy face.
The humanoid must not escape.
Oh, we got the digitized voices in this. Neat.
Got the humanoid. Got the intruder.
I didn't expect that with this version.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
And here comes Evado. This looks nothing like the anime. This is a prequel to the anime.
Got the humanoid. Got the chicken.
Did that say stop the human or stop the chicken?
Got the humanoid. Got the intruder.
Hey Chris, how's it going, buddy? Hi, I'm giving this another try or two. Wow, that's a lot of robots for the first level. Jeez. What's new, Chris? Welcome to another System Discovery stream with Heat Blow Up. With the Atari 5200 and 7800, and nobody has to worry about their controllers smelling like farts and poop in this stream. I kinda like this porch. Uh-oh, here comes Evil Auto. Oh wow, of course, you shoot my own laser.
Fight like a robot.
So I'm hoping to at least get through 12 games each for the 5200 and 7800, and depending on what time it is afterwards, do another streaming test. Whoopsie. Do another streaming test with Lego Star Wars and got him. do another streaming test with Lego Star Wars and GameCube Mario Kart. Since I think I got that problem solved from the other night. Well, they really put me in a tricky spot there. I kinda like this port. Okay, I'm just, whoopsie. Don't touch the walls. How's Paladin's quest treating you anyway?
Chicken fight like a robot.
I love when the robots blow themselves up.
Intruder alert, intruder.
Pretty good, I'm getting close to the end. Off-screen grinding labor. Cool.
Got the humanoid, got the chicken.
Stop the chicken. That's a new one. I don't think I've ever heard the stop the chicken line before in any other ports. Honestly. Yeah, Chris, I'm doing pretty good. We made it to Soda Popinski for the first time in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out on Saturday. And I suffered a bit playing all 3 Streets of Rage games last night. Made it to Stage 7 in the first one. Got a messy completion in 2. And 3, well, 3's a mess. I will say though, at some point I'm going to do a stream playing the Bruce Lee hack of Streets of Rage 3. The Japanese and the English version. Alright, and up next is The Last Starfighter. Most likely based on the movie. Let's see how this runs. I definitely like that colorful Atari logo. Greetings, Starfighter. Okay, how do we... No, we don't want this on difficulty 2. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Yay, the start button actually works. Oh, this is pretty cool. I wish you moved faster. Yeah, you know, it'd be really... You know, this is pretty cool, but it'd be really nice if, you know, the enemy could get into my range. Yeah, enemy in range my ass. If I could get higher. I'd like to get high. Oh, what the hell did I just do? Uh, okay. Oh wow, there's actually a lot more to this than I expected. Oh, this will teach me to stop pressing random buttons. There's gotta be a way to get higher in this. Because I don't understand this. I like the idea of this. And it definitely looks like there's a lot more to this than meets the eye. Yeah, I understand the barriers under attack. I like to get high, so I can shoot those guys. Why won't this game let me get high? Do I have to call Martha Stewart? Okay, that does that. I don't understand this very well. Obviously. Again, I like the idea of this. This looks pretty advanced for a really early Atari game. Like, look at this. Look at these guys. Okay, I'm only going to give this one shot because I don't entirely understand what I'm doing. Which is a shame. Alright, up next is, Gremlins. Game I've really been wanting to play. And one of the reasons why I wanted to start doing Atari 5200 games in the first place. Whoops. Alright, that spin doesn't count. So while I'm switching games, if you guys aren't following Chris474, give him a follow. He's a great streamer, plays some cool games and RPGs. He's going through Paladin's quest right now. Alright, which one? I actually want to start on night 1. I like this music. Okay, I pick up the Gremlins. I put them in the Gremlin box. Oh, okay, that's the button I wanted. And I can swing my sword. I honestly don't remember Billy ever having a sword in the movie, but okay. I think I just picked up a random sandwich. This is pretty fun. Kinda wish there was an updated version of this, at least for the 7800 or another system. Kinda reminds me of Robotron. I don't know what that was I just picked up. Razors, I guess? I'm not sure what that thing is over there. It's supposed to be a stick of butter. Oh, okay, there's a time limit. Alright, let's get that Mogwai that's watching TV. I guess that's water. Can I do something with the TV? Oh, I can't blow up the TV. Cool. This is pretty fun. I like this. Okay. Need death animation. Wait, what touched me? What the hell just happened? Of course. Of course, night 7, everything goes to hell. This is pretty decent. I like this. This is something I could see myself playing more of. Oh, I just got 7 points for picking up a chicken. Or chicken leg, I mean. Amazing. This is pretty cool. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be. Razor blade or something. So the Mogwais don't cut themselves like emo kids? Mogwai not for sale. Well, these Mogwais are for sale. I like this. This game is very Robotron 2084-ish. I don't know what that was I just got. A sponge. Oh, I can't kill the Mogwais. Wait, I mean... Oh, good, I can't kill the Mogwais. Okay, that definitely looks like bread I just picked up. At least something looks like it's supposed to. Oh, no, you don't. Bad gremlins. Let's see if I can get whatever the hell this is. Right, this is that bonus stage. Wait, is the TV attacking me? Okay, I can touch those and they don't kill me. That's good, at least. Okay, and here's where we died the last time. Wait, did that Mogwai just set itself on fire and blow itself up? What the hell? is violent. This game just got weird. You know what? I think so far I found my favorite game of the stream so far. Oh, I made it to 99 without losing a life. That's something. Now, can I break that? No. Please don't touch me. Okay, let's pick up all my very little children here. I guess that the popcorn maker is throwing popcorn at me. Oh boy. Oh boy, I died. You know what, let's pick up all this random crap. Dang, I thought I hit you. Okay, I think I found my favorite game of the stream so far. Or at least for this portion. That was cool. Let me know what you guys think of this game. Alright, let's spin the big wheel and see what comes up next. And it looks like Super Pac Man is next. Oh, I can't believe I've gone through 6 games already. Alright, and let's see what this port looks like. Since I usually like Pac Man games, you can't really do anything crappy with the Pac Man game, except for the 2600 one. And I actually like Super Pac Man. Oh, this doesn't look that bad. Okay, that's the one I wanted. Let's get big. Oh, I can die that way? Wait, did I accidentally set this to 2 players? Whoopsie. One day I'll get the controls right for this. Okay, that's what we want. Okay, that's the right button. Okay, let's go at it again, my friends. This isn't a bad port. Okay, I kind of panicked there. Oh, that sucked. Okay. Like, how the hell did I set this to 2 players again? Alright, let's try this one more time. I'm sorry, everyone. I guess I just suck when it comes to 5200 stuff. Wow, I just missed. Wow, I just missed that. Okay, can I actually finish the first stage this time around? I actually finished the first stage. Are those supposed to be bananas? I swear those bananas look like slippers. Yeah, I did it again, didn't I? Okay, well... You know what? That's Super Pac Man. It's Pac Man, it's Super, it's fully 5200. Oh, this one should be good. I had no idea there was a port of Star Wars Death Star battle for the 5200. So let's explore this one next. Most of you know from some of my Star Wars streams that Death Star Battle became a favorite Star Wars game of mine. This kind of looks like the Atari port, just a little more advanced. Oopsie. Okay, I suck. Whee! Let's go to the Death Star. Alright, this definitely... Alright, this plays just like the 2600 one. Okay, I guess my goal wasn't... What? Nothing's operational. Alright, where am I supposed to shoot to blow this fucker up? Oh, neat, I can shoot from... I can shoot diagonal in this one. Okay, well... that was certainly something. This is one of those games where RNG can really throw you off for a high-scoring game. I love the idea of this, since it's just a pure shooter. But I also hate it because it can be stupid janky at times. Alright, did I win? Okay. I blew it up, and I blew myself up too. Cool. That's interesting. Ooh, just made it through the shield. Okay, am I the only one seeing enemy ships passing like right through me here? That's an interesting explosion. Okay, I swear, it looked like some of the enemy ships are, like, flying right through me. Oh, why am I over here on this side now? I definitely like this version, though I don't know, it seems a little slightly janky. Slightly jankier than the 2600 version. Okay, I think this is probably going to be the end of this run. Since everything and its mother-in-law is coming after me. Yeah, we're going to switch game now. Okay, up next is going to be... Come on, big money, big money. No whammies. Oh, Megamania. Another Activision game I didn't know how to pull. So what's on everyone's gaming agendas for this week, anyway? Tell me all about it. Nice title screen. Okay. Alright, this plays just like the 2600 version, except more detailed. I'm shooting space hamburgers. Okay, the hamburger invasion is done, and I don't know what the hell these are supposed to be. Brown Oreos, I guess? Invasion of the brown Oreos. I was never really good at Megamania. So I think the first time I played this probably was on Activision Anthology. Oh, okay. Oh, I was going to say there was only one left. Okay. Totally missed that shot. Remember, King, lead your shots. Oh, ladybugs now. I kinda like this port. This is neat. Alright, no more space ladybugs. I don't know what these are supposed to be. Oh, shoot. Got hit by a random shot. Story of my life. Well, those were some nice first shots there. Okay, there's the rest of them. Shoot. Oh! Nice, now I'm being attacked by wedding rings. This is probably going to be the end of the run since the... Oh, extra life, cool. Since these things are small... Oh, okay, I didn't expect to win that wave. The hell are these supposed to be? What? Wow, that was interesting. Alright. How many games have we done? You know what? I know what we're going to do. Next game will be gyruss. And then my absolute one of my favorite games, as most of you know, Riverbreed. I didn't even know gyruss had a 5200 port. This isn't bad. Good job on the music. Oh, come on. You know what always throws me off? What throws me off the most playing gyruss is the spinning controls. Like that. This isn't a bad port. This isn't a bad port. I like this. I'm going to call this an unexpected treasure tonight for this stream. I'm playing gyruss. And I just blew up. Oh, come on. Alright, let's see if I can at least get you Neptune. Or Uranus. I don't think there's going to be a Uranus this stream. I definitely didn't expect there to be music in this port. Okay. Ooh, we made it. We made it to Neptune, my friends. At least I can't die here. Not bad for my first time playing this. Okay, we got 3 warps to get to Uranus. And I got 1 life left. And I got no lives left. That was pretty cool. Alright, so let's do Riverbreed now. And then I'll see what time it is if I'm going to switch over to the 7800 stuff early. So this is Riverbreed. Most of you know this is one of my absolute favorite games. And this for the 5200 looks pretty damn good. Looks about whoopsie. Probably looks about at damn it. Probably looks almost as good as the ColecoVision version. So who remembers playing Riverbreed as a kid? Any port. Most of you probably already know the story that I used to have the Riverbreed high scoring patch as a kid. Lost it over the years and ended up rebuying it at one point. Oh, I could definitely see myself having played. Damn it! I could definitely see myself having playing this version for hours too. Chris, Chris, I mentioned about the Riverbreed high scoring patch in my proof of concept video for the games growing up video, and I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it on stream a few times. I like this port. Oh, really? Really? I blew up with the fucking bridge. I'm an idiot. Oh! Oh, shoot! Okay, I did not expect the tank shooting at me. Whoa. Alright, that's a new gameplay mechanic. Yeah, I like this version. Fuck you, Balloon. Nobody likes you. Okay, now I'm getting my groove on here. Daddy's got a pair of pants on. Okay, it was either this area or the next one that the tank stopped shooting. Whoa! I probably should have expected that. Okay, we scored over 1100. I'm happy. And now I'm not happy. Whoa! Hello, Dynamite. Whoa! Whoops. Okay. Ooh, I've blown up 11 bridges so far. Can I make it to 12? Yes. That was probably a dumb question, too. Damn it. Okay, I just sacrificed the... Oh, wow. Now the helicopter... Now we got helicopters that shoot. Damn it. Okay, so that was Riverbreed. That was pretty cool. To be perfectly honest. I like this port. This was a pretty damn good port. Alright, so I'm going to go take a break. And when we come back, we've got the 7800 games, starting with Joust. For the 5200 portion today, we played some Moon Patrol, Hero, Berserk, Last Starfighter, Gremlins, Super Pac Man, Star Wars Death Star Battle, Megamania, Gyruss, and Riverbreed. And I'm pretty impressed with the graphics on some of these Activision ports, especially Riverbreed. Gremlins was pretty damn cool. Last Starfighter had some really interesting concepts, but I wish I knew how to play it. Hero is still awesome. And Death Star Battle, I don't know, it kind of seems sort of janky compared to the 2600 port. And I will say I'm impressed with, and I will say though I'm impressed with the gyruss port of, um, the gyruss port for the 5200. Alright, so before I go, let me find the picture of the 7800. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to play more of the 5200 Riverbreeds at some point. That was a blast. Alright, where is Joust? Besides, I wanted to start with Joust anyway because I haven't played a good game of Joust in ages. Used to be one of my favorite games growing up. Alright, so I'll be back in a few, but my friends. Hey everyone, I'm back. We're up to the 7800 portion of this system discovery. We just went through 10 Atari 5200 games. We're going to go through another 10 7800 games and see what the system has to offer. Probably my next system discovery will be the MSX and possibly VectorX. And aside from that, the only other really old systems I have planned is the Spectrum ZX, which I know just celebrated a birthday, and the only way I can really do that is through Endstream Arcade. I'm going to try to do the VectorX along with some other system discovery. I don't know which one yet. And I'm going to try for the PC-88. After that, it's just slightly more modern systems. Game Boy, possibly some GBA, Neo Geo and Neo Geo Pocket, Sega 32X, and if I can find a Virtual Boy emulator, I'm going to add that to the list. So, Joust, one of my favorite arcade games, which I figure would be pretty appropriate for our starter tonight, because I haven't played a decent game of Joust in ages. Actually, you know what? Let's restart. Let's put this on beginner. Alright, let's try that again. Oh, that was close. That wasn't so close. And there goes the burning of the bridge. That should be going right in the... Damn it. Oh, never mind. Whoops. There we go. And I got my protein. Oh, that was a nice catch. Ah, where's my legs? I can't feel my legs. And that should be going right in the lava. Actually funny, usually the eggs would have started hatching by now. That was pretty interesting. That wasn't so interesting. Damn it. Oh, I didn't realize that was on my... Oh, fuck you. Alright, let's see what's next. Okay, up next is... Alright, up next is going to be a little game called Commando. This should be interesting. I'm really curious to see how the 7800 handles a game like this. Oh, this isn't bad. Look, Ma, side scroller on the 7800. Music's decent. Oh, cool, I got a machine gun. And I'm dead. And I'm dead again. I guess that yellow stuff's supposed to be blood. When I kill them. Okay, I have a knife. I don't know what to do with it. Interesting, graphics for the explosion. Yeah, I like this. Oh, I can't blow... Oh, yes I can. Alright, I'm giving this another try. Now that I know what I'm doing. Sort of. I wish I knew what the knife was for. This is definitely something I could see myself playing for a few hours. My machine gun gives me the rapid fire. Wonder if it's permanent. At least the music's pretty good. And that it's not friggin' monotonous like Week of Garfield. I'm going to avoid the knife because I'm very happy with my machine gun right now. I don't even know what the hell hit me right there. Oh great, I'm back over here. Ooh. Would like to at least be my high score. Unless that's probably too much to ask. Of course, I ain't stuck here now. Okay, at least I'm back here. Wow. I died at the same exact points I had before. Wow. Okay. That was interesting. Alright, so I think next is... Let's see what the big wheel gives us. Oh, coming up next is one of Chris474's favorite games, Double Dragon. I can't believe this was actually on the 7800. Really can't be as bad as the Train 600 version. This looks interesting. Oh, it's you know, Chris, it's definitely more competent than the Train 600 version. Appropriate hitboxes, too. I just hate the fact that between this one and the Train 600 one, it takes forever just to knock down a single goon. Okay, I have to hit both buttons to jump. Alright, please die. At least it looks better than the Train 600 version. Dude, everything looks better than the Train 600 version. This isn't bad, but as I said, I hate the fact that in a lot of these early ports, it takes so much just to knock these guys down. Like, I'm not a big Double Dragon person, even though I have a couple Double Dragon hacks lined up, which I'm not looking forward to, by the way. But I don't remember some of these opening enemies taking so much damage. Either that or I just really suck. Or probably both. But I think they did a decent job with the music, even though it's the one track over and over again. Wow, I spent 2 lives not killing the first 4 goons to come out. Nice animation for the whip. I'll give him that. Okay, and unlike the NES version, I can keep the whip after I kill the windows. Can I climb the ladder? Okay, I guess not. Oh look, it's a Bobo. Okay, that was fun. Alright, I'm gonna give this another try. Like, I'm pretty sure there's like a key to knocking these guys down fast. With this being on an early system. Aside from jump kicking and getting my ass kicked. Like I said, I don't remember a lot of these enemies taking so much damage. Like, in general, I mean. Of course, you... Great. They can uppercut me out of the air, too. These guys are assholes. This whole game is full of assholes. Really? Alright, let's try again, but... Get them all on one side. What the? Come on! Graphics in this aren't bad. Great, I'm gonna die probably right at Obobo again. Really? Come on. What the... What is with these guys' hitboxes? I don't remember Double Dragon being this hard, in general. Wow, you can really see Linda's goods in this one. Oh, beautiful 8-bit graphics there. Yeah. Okay, that was fun, I think. Alright, coming up next, I'm gonna give... Let's see what the wheel gives me. Up next, Food Fight. I hope the other games aren't this bad. Okay, well, at least this is a competent port of least this is a competent port of Food Fight. Alright, let's get my melted ice cream. Yum. Oh, I don't even remember touching him. What am I even throwing here? I'm throwing yellow stuff. Ooh, watermelon. I think I have just enough time. I should really try Food Fight again on MAME. On MAME, to be honest. Maybe do that for one of my next arcade nights. So I do have lined up for one of the whatchamacallit. How did that miss? So I do have lined up for one of the long plays to be Bucky O'Hare. Now that's an interesting shooter. What is this? This game has instant replays? My god, this music. This is a pretty good port. As I say that just when I lose a life. I'm on my last life here, so I'm trying not to do anything completely dumb. Like, I don't want to even try to see if I can walk over the holes or if I lose a life there. Consider I'm doing pretty damn good here. Oh, that was a nice three-way. Oh boy. I'm out of food. Ah. Too risky. Oh, this is fun. Stay away from me. Ooh, extra life. There goes the extra life. Okay, looks like I can walk over those. I'm dead. Oh, maybe not. Oh, that was fun. I haven't had a good game of food fighting in a while. Alright, next is Kung Fu Master, otherwise known as most of us know it as Kung Fu for the NES. Just give me a couple moments here. Alright, so let's see what this has to offer. Probably nothing good. What? Oh, come on! Ugh, come on, I knew what I was doing playing this when I tested this. Okay, somehow I set this to 2-player. You have to shake the joystick. Hey, Garrett, how's it going? How's Brave Fencer Musashi been treating you? Now, what would be nice if it's this... Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Ow, I just took a knife to the dick. This is pretty cool. Yeah, Garrett, you missed Double Dragon for the 7800. Still janky as hell, but better than the 2600 port. Ow. I think this is something I'll have to really sit down with. Ooh, I made it. Did you try either Donkey Kong game? Not yet. It depends if it comes up on the randomizer wheel. Why? What should I expect from Donkey Kong? Oh, I can't kill the snakes? Boat sounds? Oh, awesome. Well, you missed the 5200 fault machine earlier. Okay, well that was Kung Fu Master. Alright, up next, Ikari Warriors. I actually hope this one's as good as Commando was. Oh great, I put this on intermediate. That's a grenade. Oh, this is kind of trashy. At least it had the soundtrack. How the hell did I miss all those guys? Come on. Bad game. Yeah, Garrett, I think probably the best of the 5200 games I played earlier was probably Gremlins and Riverbreed. Yay, I got gas. For what, I don't know. Oh. Am I dead? Yay, I'm dead. Alright, hold on. I'm going to see if I can switch this to begin. Probably switch this to beginner. Okay, there we go. I'm a novice. Okay, let's try this now. Let's kick some ass and chew bubblegum. And I'm dead already. Cool. I just directly hit that guy with a grenade and he didn't die. That was interesting. Oh, yeah, thanks. Blow up my tank. Before I have a chance to get it. Yeah, but I wouldn't say this is as good as the NES. Oh look, hang F. Type F in chat for this game. Ah, okay. Yeah, I've never been much of a fan of Ikari warriors to begin with, so let's go do some double. Let's check out Garrett's fart noises. This doesn't look bad. Oh god, this sounds horrible. This sounds fucking horrible. Garrett, how dare you? Yeah, Garrett, thanks for choosing violence tonight. Alright, well here's a level I can never get by. Because I can never get on those little thingies. Oh, this sucks. Alright, okay, I'm not giving this a second playthrough. This is awful. We're going to go to something semi-good now. Xevious. Because, you know, everybody loves a good shooter. Alright, this isn't bad. You know, I don't think I played Xevious in a long time. Definitely not as good as the NES version, but pretty competent. You know what? The devs behind this game definitely deserve a "at least you tried" cake. I think I deserve a "at least I tried" cake playing half of these games. Whoops. I never said I was good at any of these games either. I definitely wasn't good at Double Dragon. Okay, that's better. Okay, damn it. Alright, it's the round ones that shoots things. Have I tried Ninja Golf? Not yet. That's going to be the last game for this run. I figured I'd save the best for last. And by best, I mean weirdest. Wow, I just can't get past this part. Do-do-do. Garrett, I'm pretty sure you were a big fan of Ninja Golf as a kid. Stop shooting at me! Fuck you. I didn't have this dog shit system as a kid. Yeah, like I said when I started the stream, I never had a 5200 or 7800 as a kid. I actually, first time I played either of these systems was when I first got into emulation. I went from 2600 to NES. See, my progression was 2600, Commodore 64, Atari XE, NES, and then, well, you know the rest. Okay, which one was I doing next? Oh, you know what? Let's see what Rampage looks like. I'm not sure how they could mess up Rampage. I mean, then again, there was a 2600 port of this. What the hell? Atari XD, so 5200 with good controls. Pretty much, I had the XE GS, so it was the XE slash Atari computer. Really? Come on. Alright, this isn't that bad, even though I'm really disturbed by how Lizzie looks. This is fucking disturbing. Alright, shouldn't this building have fallen down by now? There we go. They could have given her boobs. Well, I mean... I'm going to give this one more quick try. But with George. And see how disturbing George looks. What? I give up. What? George looks like a friggin' demented Pokemon. George went from a ape to a demented Pokemon. Look guys, ho. Okay, I can't even eat the dynamite. That stinks. Look at George's big head. And look at his frown. Come on, George, turn that frown upside down and commit some rampage. Ugh. I want a fraud on this system. What? Wow. Just wow. Okay, so our last game of the night will be a game that lives in infamy. Ninja Golf. Because when I think of ninjas, I always think of golf. This game is two great tastes finally together. Oh yeah, we're doing this on easy. After many long years of ninja training, you are finally ready for the most difficult test of all. 9 holes of ninja golf. Yeah, Chris474, you should play this next stream. What? Wait, why am I being attacked by gophers? The fuck? And a giant frog. I'm being attacked by a giant frog on a golf course. And ninjas. Is there a way to make my ball go faster? Or harder? I don't understand this. Okay, I get this now. I honestly have no idea what's going on here. I'm a ninja, I'm playing golf, and I'm being attacked by frogs. So if anybody knows how to, like, shoot the ball higher or farther, let me know, please. Well, at least I don't have to worry about par on this game, I think. This is... I don't know what you think of this. This has to be the most ridiculous thing I've played on stream since Week of Garfield. And Week of Garfield is charming. In a demented sort of way. Guys, I don't know if I'm being... I don't know if that's a groundhog... If that's a gopher I'm being attacked by, or a chocolate bunny. Wait, what? Now I have to fight a dragon? What is this game? You see the dog rolls closer and further when aiming. I think that's your power meter. Okay. What the hell just happened? Guys, I have no idea what the hell I'm even playing. Ow, I'm getting kicked in the ass. And there's the chocolate bunny. I never thought I'd be playing a game called Ninja Golf and being attacked by chocolate bunnies. This is ridiculous. I have no idea what's going on. You know what? I'm just going to come out and say it. This game needs a remake for modern systems. Oh, great. Now I'm being attacked by a frog. Okay, a random bomb on the field. That works. Imagine if you try to scrap your dog. AK 7800 can do Mario 2. I'm not sure if I have that ROM. Oh, great. Now there's snakes. You know, this game is so dumb, it's charming. In a very weird sort of way. I don't think I would spend a whole stream trying to play this, though. No, actually, that's mistaken. I probably would, considering I did play Week of Garfield. Alright, that should put me on the green. Oh, great! I have to fight a dragon again. How do I keep not dying? Fuck. Okay, well, I only took 4 shots that time. At least I don't have to worry about friggin' part with this game. Oh, let's see what happens if I put the ball in the water. You have failed in your quest. You have caused dishonor to fall upon your family and upon yourself. Your only hope to restore your honor is to try again. Seriously? Okay, I'm going to give this one more try on the first hole. Then I actually need to call it quits for till the Dreamcast stream later. I seriously have no idea what the hell I'm playing. Oh, okay, the 2 is how many lives I have. Let's get rid of the chocolate bunny. Honestly, if I had to give this game a rating, I'd probably give it maybe a 3.5 or 4 stars, just for how ridiculous this is. And this game is pretty ridiculous. So yeah, Garrett, how bad is this junky scrapyard dog game? Whoops, I screwed up that part, didn't I? You know who should play this? Little Mixer. He would love this game. Now if I can kill the chocolate bunny... Okay, well, again, that health was pretty much pointless. Okay, I get it now. It's ugly as sing and a very basic platformer. Okay, forget it then. I was going to say if the game's pretty janky, maybe I'd give it a try. I seriously don't understand this game. I think seriously though, I think the developers had to have been high when they came up with the concept of this. Like, seriously. Alright, I'm just going to let myself die here. It's all jank on this system. I mean, honestly, some of the games aren't that bad. Ikari Warriors sucked. Commando was pretty cool. And for in the case of the 5200, I was impressed by Riverbreed and Hero. Oh wow, that was really close. I died and I got an extra life. Alright, come on, please kill me, Chocolate Bunny. Alright. This game is awful. Oh, seriously? We're going to have King Tut music. Is Steve Martin going to show up next? Alright, please kill me. Oh, okay, somehow I got invincibility. Cool. The Atari 7800, we can only afford crap because Gremlins is cheap. Okay, cool. I cause dishonor upon my family. I'm sure they'll live. So yeah, that was Ninja Golf for the 7800. I don't know why I played that, to be perfectly honest. Just give me 1 second, folks. So yeah, this was my system discovery stream for the Atari 5200 and 7800. We started with the 5200 with Moon Patrol. I lost my train of thought. We started with Moon Patrol for the 5200, then Hero, Berserk, Last Starfighter.
For the money?
Last Starfighter, Gremlins, Super Pac Man, Star Wars Death Star Battle, Megamania, Gyruss, and Riverbreed. And then after a break, we switched over to the 7800. I can't stand this music anymore. I'm sorry. Then we switched over to the 7800 and started out with some Joust, Commando, Double Dragon, Food Fight, Kung Fu Master, Ikari Warriors, Donkey Kong Jr., Xevious, Rampage, and we ended the stream with some Ninja Golf, which is sort of something I might want to return to someday. I honestly don't know why. Shoot, maybe I'll play Ninja Golf as part of a stream at some point. Alright, so since I'm probably not going to have time to do the Lego Star Wars and GameCube test, I'll try to do it later on when I do the 8 Dreamcast sport games. We're going to raid Arcade X Angel. She's doing a 12-hour stream. She was playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles earlier. Now she's doing some Mario Kart 8. And she's a sweetheart, and she's a great streamer. And she does some really cool cosplays, too. Because you like to be tortured. Oh, what? Me playing Week of Garfield wasn't enough torture for everybody? You want to just see me suffer more and more? Like Little Mixer? Is that how we play things around here now?
Damn snowman.
So yeah, we're going to raid Arcade X Angel, and I'm hoping to be on later with some Dreamcast sports games. And once I do that, I can clean out some of my system and start some backups. So I will catch everyone soon.
Talk to you soon. I love this soon. Come on, Piranha. Eat him. Yeah, I don't know who that is, but eat him. Damn it. I'm scared.